All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're looking at something a little different, a children's story called Clipper the Hurl. And a hurl is that wooden stick they use in the super fast-paced Irish sport of hurling. But this is more than just a sweet story. We're going to break it down as a perfect example of a classic storytelling formula, the hero's journey.
And this is right where every great journey starts, in what we call the ordinary world. The story kicks off here. Clipper isn't just a piece of wood. He's this treasured Christmas gift, a true friend, and he lives in this perfect, happy little bubble with his owner, Lucy. This is their normal.
So let's talk a little more about this perfect life. See, before any big adventure, the hero has to have a world that's worth fighting to get back to.
Their relationship is a total two-way street. Lucy trains with him, takes him to matches, and takes care of him. But Clipper? He does more than just score goals. He's a friend, a source of comfort. They are an absolute team, completely in sync, which, of course, is going to make what happens next even more dramatic.
And this line says it all. This quote basically sums up Clipper's whole world before the journey begins. His existence is all about safety, being cared for, and having zero danger. He's really just defined by his relationship with Lucy. Now, you gotta remember that, because all of that is about to get turned upside down.
Right, so every hero's journey has that one moment, that thing that just shatters the normal world and pushes the hero out the door. For Clipper, that moment comes from, well, a pretty surprising place. The scene is set perfectly, right? It's a happy moment, a celebration. The hurling season is over, they're all proud in their jerseys. The story paints this picture of total joy, which is, the classic calm before the storm. And there it is, the moment it all changes. In all the excitement of getting ice cream, Lucy just puts Clipper down on the van's shelf for a second. It's such a small, innocent mistake, but it's the little thing that kicks off this huge adventure. The van just drives off, no idea. For the very first time, Clipper is completely helpless. He's been ripped away from his safe, happy world and thrown into the total unknown. You can just feel the panic in this line. The journey has started, and he didn't even have a choice. So Clipper is lost. But this is where the hero's journey really starts to get good. This part of the story is all about the challenges, the new friends you make, and the way a hero changes when they're pushed way outside their comfort zone. The second he's lost, Clipper's adventure begins. He goes from just being a thing to being an active character. He gets found by a new kid, Jack. Then he gets used for something he's never done before, herding cattle. He even makes new friends, like Fred the horse and Fenton the goat. Every single one of these stops isn't just a new place. It's a new challenge that helps build a whole new identity for him. And here it is. This is that light bulb moment for our hero. He's starting to realize he isn't just Lucy's Hurl anymore. He's got his own experiences, his own skills. He's starting to build an identity all on his own. He's actually growing up.
So what we're watching here is a classic character arc. It's a fancy term, but all it means is the way a character changes through a story. Clipper starts as this loved but kind of one-dimensional object. But through all these challenges, herding cattle, playing fetch with a goat, he becomes this resourceful, brave little adventurer. The journey is literally changing him from the inside out.
Okay, so while our hero is off on this grand adventure, what's happening back home? Let's switch gears and go back to Lucy, who's just realized her best friend is totally gone. What I really love about this part is how it mixes the old and the new. The search starts off totally old school, right? Everyone's on the pitch looking, they're asking the local postman. But when that doesn't work, Dad steps in with a very 21st century idea. Let's use social media. And for a plan like this to work, you absolutely need the details. It can't just be a post that says, "Lost Hurl." No, it's a size 24 with a bright orange grip, it's got signatures from our heroes, and, most important of all, it has both their names written on it. These little details become the clues that will hopefully lead everyone back to Clipper. And that brings us to the final act of the journey. Our hero has been transformed, the world has been looking for him, and now both of these storylines are about to come together for the big finale, the hero's return. So after all his adventures, and after all of Lucy's searching, the story just leaves us hanging for a second. Clipper's been left on a driveway. He's about to get run over. You have to wonder, is this really how his journey ends? And here it is, that moment of pure chance. It's Jack's mom. She isn't even looking for a hurdle. She's just getting out of her car to move it out of the way. But then she stops. Something catches her eye. And just like that, Clipper's adventure and Lucy's search are about to collide.
And boom, there it is. The modern solution actually worked. It wasn't searching the field. It wasn't asking the postman. It was the TikTok video. Those specific details that Lucy posted are exactly what made Jack's mom recognize him in an instant.
So with one simple message between the parents, it's all arranged. The drama is over. Lucy is ecstatic, and Clipper is finally on his way home. The hero is about to complete his journey and get back to the world he left behind. This final quote, it's just perfect. Clipper comes back, but he's not the same Hurl that left. He's basically saying, look, I had these amazing adventures, I learned new things, I made new friends, but my absolute favorite thing in the world is still just being here with you. He's changed, but he's integrated that growth back into his old life. That's the key to a hero's return.
And that kind of leaves us with one last thing to think about. Clipper's entire life-changing journey happened because he was accidentally left behind. It was a mistake, a total detour. So it makes you wonder, right? When has an unexpected detour in your own life ended up being one of your greatest adventures?